Hey guys, it's me Jacob again, and this is the 18th video in this series on studying JavaScript. Today I got 5 hours completed. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I had a pretty busy Thursday beyond that. Um, and I feel like I'm definitely chipping away at the complexity of what modern JavaScript and web development is comprised of. Now, um, I spent the vast majority of today just reading source code as I usually do. The libraries I focused on are there's a project for so there's I downloaded a bunch of open source code from a couple different projects. I was focused. So one of the things about JavaScript is it's kind of hard because some of it is more like back end based code, like for Node, while others is more like front end with like React and Angular and DOM manipulation and whatnot. And there's bleed through in both ways, but I'm trying to focus more on the front end, so I try to find projects that specifically use it for the front end. And I try to focus on the front end within those projects because sometimes they have APIs or servers in the same, in the mono repo, and I don't really want to read through that quite yet because I'll get overloaded. But anyways, the projects that I was basically going through were this thing called Gitter, which was pretty sweet. It's like a chat app that I think is linked to GitHub in some way, but maybe not. There's another one called Grafana, which has a UI. These are all open source. It's like a tool that's for monitoring and time series data visualization slash tracking and analysis, but mostly just visualization. That's at least what I know about it. Then there's Portainer, Docker Swarm slash Docker container, like maybe Kubernetes type monitoring tool. I don't know if it works with Kubernetes. I think it probably does also, but maybe not. And then let's see, I had a couple other ones, but I was focusing on this open source project called React Cloud Music, which is actually written by what it seems like some Chinese fellows. So that's pretty cool. The last one I was reading was, well, two other ones, Lodash, which is like a general utility library, and then something called React Helmet, which is mostly about manipulating the DOM, specifically pretty high order elements of the DOM, like the title, so that you can, usually people do it so that they can have better SEO optimization, which is search engine optimization, which is relevant for blogs. So those were the libraries I pretty much focused on. I have a bunch more, but I've been reading those ones a bunch. What's kind of nice about those libraries is there's a pretty big mix of things. There's another one that I have read, which is Spectrum, and I'm just bringing that up because there's vanilla JavaScript in these libraries. Some of them focus mostly on vanilla JavaScript, such as Lodash is completely vanilla JavaScript. Then there is stuff that's more like TypeScript. I think, I forget which one has it, but one of these, maybe it's Grafana or Portainer, one of these uses TypeScript pretty heavily. Some of them, Portainer has some Angular and React in it. Grafana is mostly React. The React Cloud whatever app is obviously React code, and then Spectrum has Flow, which is similar to TypeScript. So, and you have files that are like TSX. So you have a huge amount of different varieties of JavaScript being used, right? So, anyways, I consumed a lot of that, and in the way that I usually do, I talked about this yesterday. I keep a pretty blank mind when I'm reading these things. It can be fun to just watch how your mind reacts, if your mind kind of like figures things out or not. In any event, I'm not so interested, as I've said, in what my mind thinks it understands about stuff at this exact moment. And because I know that it's just going to, after having much more statistical exposure to all of these patterns and information, is going to heavily refine and adjust what it actually thinks. And that will be something that's much more useful. So I'm basically just still in a installation phase of what the real patterns are, what they really mean, what I should think and what I should think about them, how I should talk about them, how I should use them myself. Um, so it's just a fun stage. We're just waiting. We're just reading and consuming more stuff, and installing it into our subconscious. I don't know if you'd call it the subconscious, but I suppose that's what it is, because I definitely can't access everything that I have within my mind at any one time. But it does seem like there is a considerable amount in there that's brought up out of context or some sort of other little trigger. Um, so that's more or less what I did today, from like a technical standpoint, I suppose. Um, I have identified what I'm going to probably try and do either over this weekend or in the near future. If you remember, I read through RFCs some of the time, and those are very long, drawn out, difficult videos. Um, what I'm going to probably try and do is the same thing, but I'm going to read through ECMAScript, okay? And I'm going to do it kind of all at once, but I'm definitely going to split up the video. So I'm going to probably do like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, depending on how long it is. I'm going to be skipping some sections, and it's going to be the first time I read through it, right? So I'm going to read through it with you guys, and then just, I guess, say what I feel about it. Honestly, I'm probably going to be pretty blank. I'm probably just going to be like, that's interesting. I didn't understand that. I've seen that before. That makes a little bit more sense. Just like, it doesn't really matter. I'm mostly just going through it because it's a really good thing for me to consume at this point in my journey, right? I've done over 100 hours of reading JavaScript. Hitting my mind with this specification is going to be like crack for my understanding. It's going to be very, very good. And of course, I'm going to still probably miss a whole lot of what's said in it, but it's going to be a good exercise anyways. Yeah, so how do I feel? I feel like kind of a mix of things. Like, I definitely feel really good about what I'm doing on my own, on these projects and my learning and programming, my job and stuff like that. But life is more than just that, and I do wish that you know some things went better outside of those things as well. But it's not like I haven't tried to do my best in everything. It's just very hard. It's been very hard for me as a person to succeed in everything, including this, right? So, um, but I feel good about this. I guess I didn't mention this, but I've started publishing my videos to more than just YouTube. This is partly because I think that I will have a wider spread with that, but also because I'd like to be comfortable and familiar with a larger ecosystem. Also because, if something happens, I'm not totally pinned down by just being reliant on YouTube. Because I've, heard of people basically getting deleted and stuff. I don't think that ever happened to me, but that's what maybe everyone thinks, right? Better just to be from the very beginning prepared. So I got like Vimeo, this thing called Odyssey. I'm thinking of doing BitChute. And then I have Instagram and Twitter. So I've got a couple more places. I'm just basically like copying my videos over there, so there's not going to be anything new or different over there. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can just keep watching on YouTube. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. And I'm really feeling like this is day 18 of this entire thing, so I'm really feeling like I'm probably gonna go way past 30 days. 30 days isn't enough time to really reach even close to the type of comprehension I want. Now, one thing that does kind of like irk me a little bit is that I love Python a lot, and I'd like to maybe go back and do something similar with Python. Um, you know, I've already done this with Python a lot, but I want to go and do it more, right? Like, I'd love to read through Pandas, the source code for Pandas. That'd be pretty cool. I could do like a multi part on that, and just like as I'm reading through it, um, mention things about it, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Those are really long. That's impossible, actually. It's just going to be too long, and it's going to be. It's an idea, though. I could potentially do it. Um, yeah. So, anyways, I'm gonna keep this pretty short because that's what happened. I read some more code, feel a little bit closer. Um, Planning on fanning out where I distribute my videos. Um, you know, Following the exact same ideology I have been following for a while, and have a new sweet plan to read ECMAScript. Um, the ECMAScript specification. So, um, thanks for watching today. If you have any feedback, leave a comment, like and subscribe, whatever. Go check out my blog at pieharbor.com. Gonna probably update that. If I honestly, because of how time intensive and energy intensive studying this information is, this is what I haven't really mentioned this in videos, but I've thought about it. It's like it really makes it hard to be a content creator and also like just a good student of your craft. And being like owning a blog and trying to record videos and trying to study, I try and make it work, but it's just like really pretty hard to keep like pumping out something. I don't want to pump out stupid stuff either. These vlogs are like really, I don't know, I guess I would say that they're low quality, but it depends on what you are looking for in a vlog. They have some thing, I mean, I could see the appeal of something like this. There are people that do videos like this that I like watching a lot more um, than other types of content on YouTube, but that's me and my personal preference. Um, but yeah, uh, so you can check out. I forgot what I was talking about, but oh yeah, it's hard to just write more blogs, and I hate editing. I hate going back and going like trying to improve some of the stuff was left in like a wishy-washy state. I probably should go, but I need to take care of it eventually. So I might take some time and try and do that. But yeah, so don't um, understand that like the blog is a work in progress, and I know it's not perfect, but you can still go there and check it out. There's some cool stuff there. The coolest thing is that you can download a lot of the code that I used, minus some of the like security stuff that I can't just give out on the internet, obviously. So, but yeah, so thanks for watching and peace out. Take care of yourself and control your focus. I didn't bring that up in this video, but I'm always thinking that, right? Don't get seduced by all the dumb stuff in the world that's trying to consume your attention, right? Go and like focus on something. It's not so bad if you watch some video like me for like 10 minutes and then you realize you should just go and focus, and then you go and fix your life or improve your life. I watch a lot of YouTube too when I'm taking breaks, and it does help me get inspired and get ideas sometimes. Um, so, so thanks, and take care of yourself. Peace.